Hello guys, welcome back to the video. I'm going to be talking about the Far Cry 6 map size today. And that might sound boring, but stay tuned because Far Cry 6 is actually going to have the biggest map in franchise history. And since that map is going to be so big, I'm also going to be talking about all the different types of transportation in terms of getting around the map. So before we start though, don't forget to give this video a like if you find it helpful or you just enjoyed it. And subscribe for more content just like this in the future. And without further ado, let's get started. Starting off with map size, first let's actually just take a look at the map because we were able to see it in one of the E3 trailers. And I think it looks pretty big. I mean, we got the color-coded sections, light at the top, green, and then red. I don't really know what that means. It might be levels of difficulty or just, I don't know, way of separating the map up. But to give us some more context on how big the map actually is, we actually have a bird's eye view of this island down in the bottom left hand corner. And we just look at this island. It's big. That's a big island. I mean, there's a camp over here and that camp looks tiny compared to the whole island. And then if you look at the very horizon, top of the horizon, you'll see this tower. And that tower is actually Esperanza, which if you go back to the map is way over here. It's like way on the other side of the map. And we look at how far away it is in the picture of the island. And then look at how far away it is from that island all the way to Esperanza. That's a long ways. I mean, that's proof right there that this map is going to be really big. I mean, we already know for sure that it's going to be the biggest one in the franchise because Ubisoft told us, but... So now that we know that the map is going to be big, let's talk about some of the different types of transportation that we actually have in Far Cry 6. Starting off simple, we actually have horses. Now I'm not for sure because I've never played all of the Far Cry games. I've only played 3, 4, and 5, not 2, and definitely not 1. But I think this is the first time that we have horses, which I think is pretty cool. I think it'll be a good addition to the game, sort of reminding me of Assassin's Creed, Odyssey, and Valhalla. In Origins. We had horses in Origins, I think. Now moving on, we also have motorcycles, cars, and trucks. Now this is kind of like a standard thing for Far Cry games. I don't think there's ever been a game where we didn't have just regular vehicles. But I thought I'd mention it because there are some pretty cool cars and trucks that we do have, like this old, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is a Cadillac. I'm not for sure. It's the blue one. Then we also have this other truck, which I think looks really cool. Sort of built up by like the guerrilla camp, I think. But moving on to some cooler ways of transportation, we have helicopters and airplanes. Now this will be sort of similar to Far Cry 5, where we have helicopters and airplanes kind of readily available. But instead of like in Far Cry 5, where you pretty much got in a helicopter and it was free rite of passage or wherever you wanted to go and you didn't have to fight any enemies to go anywhere on the map, Far Cry 6 will be a little bit different. When you're flying around, some of the camps owned by Anton will actually shoot like missiles at you and stuff, and you'll have to go down and take those camps out so you can freely fly over them. But if you don't, you will try to get shot down, which I think is very cool and more realistic. Now moving on to the last one. I say this one for last because I think it is the coolest. We have flying cars. Now I don't know if you want to call it a car, it's more like a buggy, but still, it's this buggy that has sort of a parachute attached to it, and you drive off a cliff or a ramp or a jump, whatever you want to call it, and you pull this lever and you got a parachute and you just do your thing, fly around. I think that's very cool. And yeah, I think that's about it. I think I did cover all the different types of transportation, and I think I also put it in pretty good context for how big this map is going to be. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video or just found it at all helpful, please give it a like. It means more than you think. And subscribing is the easiest way to support me. It means a lot, and it's free, so go right ahead. Please do that. And I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.